What is our picture of the word homelessness? The picture of homelessness we often see in the media is destitution, uncleanliness, poverty, perhaps even laziness or disability. But the fact that we paint homelessness with a broad brush clouds our perception of what it looks like. Many homeless people don't even consider themselves homeless at all. With so many gray areas, it's important to question stereotypes and determine the true nature of the problem. The LA Times released a documentary in 2016 on homelessness in Los Angeles. It showed cases of students burdened with tuition, people with mental issues and no support, and people who simply want to remain off the grid. We asked faculty on our SJU campus to react to some of the cases they saw.
Hi, how are you?
Nice to finally meet.
Nice to meet you. I'm so glad you emailed me.
I'm glad you wrote the story.
So this is you said your living room. Can you give us the tour of your car?
Sure. Well, Mitch is in the kitchen. That's where I keep all the food. It's inside this bag here. All the stuff, obviously I can't have, fresh fruit or veggies. I can't cook anything like meat. Mm-hmm. So I've sort of become a vegetarian by proxy.
Okay.
You're in the kitchen.
I'm in the kitchen. This is the bathroom. Are you serious?
I'm not about to get arrested for
I know. This is his pee bottle. What are these books? Shelter? Where Harvard meets the homeless?
Yeah, grab it. During the day is when I do most of my shelter work because that's when people are responding. And so that takes up quite a bit of time. It's about 40 hours a week. By the time I'm done in the evening, I'll do my PhD research here. There are some days where you just don't feel like it. You'd rather be at home watching cartoons.
A lot of questions I have, I figured out halfway through that he's a PhD student, probably doing research on this, right? Researching homelessness or something like that. And I guess I was wondering, does he choose to live like this? And it sounds like maybe he does because he's trying to pay tuition. It's really amazing. I wasn't sure at first he was doing this because he was doing research for his PhD or something, and he felt like, if I'm going to research this, I might as well experience it myself. Mm-hmm. So I guess that's the question I still have is to what extent he's doing this because he has to, and to what extent it's a choice. But yeah, that's really interesting. No, that's a good point. Is like he doesn't fit the kind of stereotype we have about homelessness, right? Which is kind of unkempt, bad hygiene, poor, older. I would think. You don't often see homeless people. At least I know they exist for sure, but you just don't often see younger homeless people. I'm sure they're out there. Yeah, so he doesn't fit the stereotypes that we have, I guess, or at least that I have. First thing that I thought of is is he doing this voluntarily? Mm-hmm. And if he's doing it voluntarily, that kind of changes everything, right? I mean, it almost would make me angry a little bit because, I guess because here's somebody of privilege. Does he go to Berkeley or UCLA? Do you guys know? Because he had both sweatshirts on him. He obviously goes to a really good school in California. Mm-hmm. And it would almost seem like kind of a mockery of homelessness if you were to do that voluntarily. But, I mean, I appreciate, as a PhD person myself, I kind of appreciate the idea of, experiencing something that you're writing about, You're asking other people, I assume maybe what he's doing is that he's asking other people about their experiences of homelessness. You should have some kind of, you should be in touch with that kind of problem personally if you're going to write about it. Mm-hmm. Kind of leverage your privilege, right, to write about it.
Do you stay here?
Temporarily, for the time being.
How long have you been staying here?
I've been staying here for about a good year and a half, almost 2 years. I got plans. This is not the last. It's not the end.
It's not the last stop.
This is not even halfway through. it's 25%. You know what I mean?
Where are we going?
Right here, he's gonna drop his water off.
Oh my God, not right now. Right now everything's all hectic because we had to clean. So they could do street cleaning or whatever, steam washing, and I just got over the stomach flu, so.
That is my sister.
So
She's from.
I'm about 10 weeks pregnant.
You're 10 weeks pregnant now?
Yeah. So I'm trying to get away. We had to get some water so I could take a bath.
You stay here then? Sometimes?
I stay here. Everywhere downtown, that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. I mean, life is not hard, it's just a challenge. Nothing's hard. Not even gold is hard. You know what I mean? It's just a challenge, it's nothing. We do this every day. Every day. So
We're only been homeless about 2 months now. Me and my husband, we had a setback, and then we lost everything. Like just periodically we lost everything, and now we're down here. So,
What is your day like then?
just like this. My day is just like this. Even if it was sunny outside, it would still be overcast and gloomy. Just like this. I used to be somebody. Now I'm somebody else. You know what I mean? So I have a high school diploma and a college degree. They looking at us like we homeless. You don't call it homeless, you call it houseless. I'm houseless because I don't have a house. Homeless is a state of mind. I'm not damn homeless.
What are some of
not the last stop.
This is not even half. 25%.
Where are we going? Yeah, I mean, it seems definitely to be a health concern, like just in terms of reproductive health. Like that doesn't seem like if she's homeless, she probably doesn't have health insurance or like a regular doctor that she's seeing. So then it makes me think about how that just contributes to like other public health crises surrounding like reproduction. So yeah, I mean, I was definitely surprised to hear, but she didn't seem concerned about it. Like she was just kind of like, "There's that," and the interviewer was like, "Oh." So yeah, it seemed concerning. Desire to shift the focus onto like material possessions, like not necessarily as an indicator of your social status. It's just a thing that you own. It doesn't make or break who you are as a person. Whereas homelessness obviously has a lot of stigma attached to it. So it seems like his desire to disassociate himself from this identity of a homeless person, like it seems similar to how people with disabilities don't want to be called the disabled. They want to be called people with a disability, right? Like he's just a person without a house.
We know homelessness is a big issue, but we generally hit a wall trying to figure out how to solve it. It's like trying to stop a house fire with a water bottle. The issue quickly becomes so widespread that we can't pinpoint a single cause, and it can't be fixed by the actions of one person. But with a problem so broad, it takes a lot of unexpected forms. Many homeless people don't fall in line with what the media shows us. Some are houseless rather than homeless. Others need support that institutions can't or won't provide. And yes, many have faced lifelong discrimination. So what can we do to help? Reach out. Be part of a concerted effort. To dehumanize people with dreams and aspirations simply because they're struggling with homelessness is harmful both to them and to us. Instead of feeling pity, the best we can do is to confront the problem as a community with concern and resolve.